Well, folks, it is cloudy, rainy, and slightly above freezing here at Darien Stadium Field. My name is Ryan Dahlquist. Alongside me, Michael McCormick, bringing you the action today. We've got Blue Wave versus Ridgefield. Now, Mike, Blue Wave have had a rough start to the season. Now, what do you see going forward with this?
Yeah, they started the season with 2 losses, which was highly disappointing in their point because they lost to Prep in the opening game, which is very surprising to some people. But now I think they've found their sweet spot, and I think they're ready to go.
Yeah, and on the Ridgefield side here, Michael, they've been a program that's been up and coming the last couple years. And this year they've started out amazingly 5-1 with a 1-point loss to New Canaan earlier in the season. And Darien having their fair share of some pretty big wins as of late, improving to 4-2. So certainly a big matchup we have on the field today. Running around with the ball now, that's Walker Fiore. Throws it to X. Controlling now, number 30, Levy Kessler. He's working against Stephen Olvaney. Never mind, that's Briggs McGuckin. And a shot and a goal early. Jake Carney on the clip. Puts it in the bottom right corner against Carter Hagan.
Yeah, I think that's just a miscommunication on the D. It looked like Stephen Olvaney was just not covering a man. I think it was just miscommunication there.
Yeah, certainly got to keep that communication up when you're playing a team like Ridgefield, and the shot there by Carney just finds that bottom right corner. So hard to save there off the low angle wing. So 1-0 so far, and it's been Ridgefield ball this whole time. Nothing as of the Blue Wave as of yet. And the fight for the face-off, and it's scooped up by Brandon Penn.
Jack's a little scrappy guy. I think he's a really good face-off kid. He's getting up there, so I think it's a start for him.
Yeah, Darien certainly having struggled on the face-off so far this year, and we know that's going to be a focal point of this matchup. Let's see if they look to turn it around today as Ridgefield maintains possession now. Carried by Desmond Corey. Corey working against Morgan Rupenstein. He's looking for a dodge now on the top. Here's Corey, takes it back towards the center. He's working towards that wing, has options up top. Dodging now, looking for a shot, can't find one. That's Walker Fiore. Fiore works it to X. And here comes that dodge from X, working against Olvaney. That was 30, Levy Kessler. Staying patient now are the Tigers. As finding top side is Desmond Corey. But a good defense there by Rupenstein. A little bit of space there on the dodge from Fiore, but can't make anything of it. Now a lot of patience here from the Tigers, looking for a little 2-man matchup behind X there.
So freshman versus junior.
And a stand-up action there from the Darien defense as here goes Bonner on the clear. Will Bonner, the senior LSM, takes it up to half line, and Darien finds themselves with their first offensive possession of the day.
You know, Max McBride used to be a midfielder last year, but now he's back in his natural position as an attacker.
Speaking of midfielders here, Mitch, Darien missing Ben Bilodeau, and he's been lights out for them so far this season. I believe he's sick, so that's certainly a loss here for the Blue Wave. As here goes Brady Bicorni now with an option. Looks over the top, dishes it out to McGuckin, and just over the net is Briggs McGuckin. So coming out to shoot early in their possession are the Blue Wave. And controlling up now, shooting. That was Wes Scallon, but just can't quite make it past the likes of.
It's a huge hit, oh my God.
And that's a huge hit there. And Darien regains possession. No call from the refs as here goes McGuckin. McGuckin finds Porter Barnett. Porter shoots and he will score.
It's a great defensive play by Briggs McGuckin. Started that, he first that turnover, and Porter Barnett finished it.
Yeah, and the ride there by the Blue Wave allows them to have that fast break opportunity. So an answer from the Wave coming off of their sole offensive possession so far as we look towards another face-off. And that one will go in favor of for the Tigers off the violation.
You're good. You can go. Gmelin, take that behind.
As they will set up, looking to go behind. Brandon Gmelin. Gmelin's working against Lancaster. So they're looking to dodge from X here with Mellon. And Lancaster strips him. But Mellon's able to regain that possession. Let's see what he can do from here. Running around the crease, looking for options up top. Mellon finds one off the re-dodge. Defended well. They're looking for this matchup here. And here goes Mellon back up top. Controlling now, that's Kyle Colsley. Colsley, the player to watch tonight, as that shot just deflects off a defensive player. But Colsley, one of the weapons here for this Ridgefield team. He's certainly been big. He's one of the top recruits of the nation, headed to Virginia next year. As up top is the pass, the shot there by Christopher Colsley, the freshman. And this ball will remain with the Tigers. So patience, the name of the game here for Ridgefield so far. Winning those face-offs and maintaining that possession to the best of their ability. They're looking to push these short sticks here, Mitch, as here goes Mellon again. He was trying from X against Lancaster. Let's see what he can do from up top. As he'll pass it around, and here goes that shorty attack. Now it's Kessler's turn against Olvani. Levy Kessler decides to ship it up off top, and a play there by Mark McNamara as he goes off the clear. And the fast break opportunity, and Darien will regain that possession.
You know, Mark had a goal against Ridgefield last year in the state playoff. I think he wanted one there, but decided not to.
Yeah, Darien loves that fast break drill. They do that in practice all the time, and couldn't quite make anything of it there, but they gift themselves another possession, which is a valuable thing here in this matchup. As here goes Lancaster. Can't quite find top side, but he'll try again on the re-dodge. He's working against Mellon. And that was the matchup on the other side of the field. He gets past him, gets past the slide, and here's Bicorni. Now Bicorni will try it himself.
It's a great check.
That ball is stripped, but McCorney finds it back and puts it away.
That's just Brady there. You can't do really anything anything there? I mean,
That is just Brady. Finds his way back to that ball off the check and is able to put that one away. And like you said, Mitch, that is just Brady. That's just what he does sometimes.
you know, that was great defense by number 25. That's Michael Dowd, the Union commit. He's a senior. I think this will be a great matchup tonight for Brady.
Certainly was, and it certainly was great defense there. You can't knock him for that. That's just Picorni getting his way back to the ball and getting himself in front of the net. So, 2-1 your score in favor of the Blue Wave as they find themselves with a face-off win here, controlled by McGuckin. So Darien now looking to value this possession. Just over 5 minutes left to go in the quarter as here goes McGuckin on the dodge. Looking to find top side, but good defense there by Penn. And now it's Picorni. Picorni off the pick. Looking for the give and go. Can't find it, but he does have an option down below. That was McBride. Puts it just wide of the net. So options here on the Blue Wave offense as here goes Barnett. Barnett looking around, looking for options, can't find any. McGuckin inside to Rupenstein, and he's stripped. Collapsing there for the Ridgefield defense. Give credit to John Kirshner. Just comes in and clears that crease. So Ridgefield now getting away with that one as they look to start it up with their offense. There's Walker Fiore getting pressed here by Connor Lane. Fiore dishes it. Certainly no fear of playing out here is the Darien defense. They love to play with that confidence. And here goes Mellon. They've been looking for him to dodge all day so far. He has the short stick matchup here against McGuckin. Tries for it top side, can't make anything of it. And here he goes again. Mellon dishes it off. One more.
What a check.
A collapse there by the Darien defense. So they tried the two pass there, and Darien was all over it. Fast break drill here, and there's Olveni down to Picorni to Barnett, the one more, and they score!
No, the defense there coming in clutch, you know. I think Brady was actually going to shoot that, but he decided to pass to Porter Barnett, who was wide open on the crease.
Yeah, the one more pass there by Picorni, and Porter's able to put that one away, and certainly give credit there to the defense on Darien. They collapsed, got that fast break opportunity, and it was up to the attack to put it away. So 3-1 your score now with just over 3 to go, and Darien's looking pretty good.
You know, we've yet to see Kyle Colsey do a lot of what he likes to do. I mean, he's had a lot of goals so far this year, but I think Bonner is really locking him down today.
Yeah. Colsey, of course, one of the weapons here on this Ridgefield offense, and he's been doing great all season, but certainly not much from him so far, as here's Picorni, his counterpart per se, working from X. Picorni up top, he finds McBride, but just can't quite hang on to it. And it's a scrum now in midfield, picked up by the Tigers, but it finds its way to Picorni's stick.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just wide open. I wasn't looking, but that was just a great ride.
And I can't blame you for not looking there, Mitch, because didn't seem like much would happen, but it just feels like that ball finds its way to Picorni's stick there off the strip. And he finds his way to put that one in. I mean, that has to be one of the most bizarre goals I've seen in my history of doing this. And Picorni tallies another one here for the Blue Wave. Face off one.
Reverse clamp by Mariska. He's going to go here.
Mariska trying to take it all the way, and it's saved. The goalie lost it. And that's Dylan Penn, the junior. Goal for the Tigers. Lost it in his sweatpants, I think, but A good save there, and a big hit delivered by Picorni. Now this Darien ride has been hard all night, and they've gotten some goals from it. So throwing it down the field on the clear was Penn, and it's scooped up by Carter Hagan. Carter looking to get rid of it, and now it's Darien's turn to clear.
You know, Darien's ride all year has been great. In the Staples game, Staples couldn't find a way to clear it a lot, so I think this ride has been really paying off for the Wade this year.
Yeah, certainly an effective ride from Darien, and they've had opportunities from it so far, as here they go with another offensive possession.
Now they're going to line up in the 300 set.
That umbrella set there, a lot of midfielding attacking opportunities, as here goes Lancaster, puts one just off the pipe. And that's exactly what you're looking for in that set, that 300 umbrella set. You love to have those middies dodge down the alley. Oh my God. And another ride here from Darien forces that ball loose. It's Brady Picorni with it, and throwing his stick and saving it was Dylan Penn.
I mean, I'm not sure if that's allowed, but it's a great save.
That was, I mean, that is probably the best save I have seen in a long time.
You know, I actually think I saw one on Instagram the other day. I think it's the exact same thing. Goalie threw the stick out and got right into the stick of the goalie. Wasn't even holding it.
Credit there. Dylan Penn throws his stick, gets it, and robs Picorni of another goal. As shooting and scoring was Connor McNamara.
You know, C-Mac, he's a tall dude. I had to look up to talk to him, which is very rare for me because I'm 6 foot. But C-Mac is a great lacrosse player, very lengthy and very strong. But he looks skinny, but he's very strong.
Yeah, C-Mac, the big guy, using the traditional alley dodge. He gets his body into that shot and works his angle, and is able to put that one away. So 5-1 in favor of the Wave as this first quarter ticks down, just over 30 seconds to go. And here comes another face-off. Now, it's been back and forth all day. It was targeted as a potential weak spot here for Darien. They've struggled on it all year, but it's gone both ways so far, as the refs are gonna redo this one. And there goes Ridgefield streaming down the field now. Brandon Penn. Penn looks for his attack and just can't quite make the pass. He had Colsey on the crease, but he just couldn't quite find him. As the last possession of the quarter most likely is happening now with Bonner. Bonner running around, 15 to go. As here goes McGuckin. Now Darien is mode push out here. As Briggs moves it over. That's Wes Scallon inside. Can't quite get it in, and that ball will die over in the midfield. Some pretty heavy starts to the season for both of these teams. They've both been looking great, and it's certainly still anyone's game at this point. We know the firepower on both of these teams and the abilities that they have to make runs late in these games.
Yeah, you know, Darien always starts off strong with playing like the powerhouses like Brunswick, Prep, and all those other teams. But I think once they get past those teams, they really start to turn it on.
Yeah, they certainly do, and they certainly have so far, winning their last 4, as they'll get out and wait here for the Tigers. Now, if you're the Tigers here, Mike, what is going through your mind? What do you think Coach is telling his team?
You know, I think the coach is just telling them to relax. You know, Darien always comes out hot. You know, this might be their quarter, but this half's going to be ours. So I think they're going to really turn it around here.
Yeah, they certainly have the capability to do so, and let's see what they can do here off of the face-off. So there's Penn on the win, controlling the ball now for the Tigers. So the Tigers find themselves in a interesting setup here. They're filtering attackmen down to X with the shorty, as here goes Fiore working on Lancaster. Now they love that two-man game at X with a short stick, and they have Olveni down there. But here goes Connor Lane getting his stick on stick there. We could hear the clank from up here, but the Tigers will hold on to it. Fiore works it to Colsey. Colsey quiet so far, working against Will Bonner, and the hard pick there set as Bonner fights to get his way back. So credit to Fiore on the pick. In order to avoid a moving pick, you cannot move your legs. So Fiore couldn't quite brace himself and was faced with Bonner just running him over. But that's exactly what you have to do in that situation, as Olveni playing tough defense here at X.
Oh.
And the shot there from Levi Kessler goes just off the crossbar.
Darien's possession.
And here goes Lancaster. He'll take it himself, as Darien gifted another possession. Here goes a fast break opportunity for Lancaster. He's looking for Picordi, but just can't quite get it. Interrupted there by the likes of Michael Dowd, as Ridgefield will have the opportunity to clear. So a more relaxed clear there for the Tigers than we've seen all game. Mike, you highlighted Darien's harsh ride and how it's been working out for them so far, as their defense able to get rid of the danger.
There goes Mark.
There goes Mark indeed, taking it all the way. Mark McNamara. And Ridgefield gave it to him, and he took it.
You know, just like last year, had a goal against Ridgefield, wanted to do it again, he did it again.
And there he goes, off the fast break opportunity. McNamara will take it all himself and put his name on the score sheet. So your score 6-1 now in favor of the Wave. If you're Ridgefield, something needs to change, and it needs to happen soon. Off the face-off, a jump there from the Blue Wave, so it will be in possession of the Tigers. So Ridgefield not able to get so much offense past Darien so far. They've had possessions, but haven't had much success from them. Let's see what they can do here. Looking to start it from X, that's Mellon. Here goes Mellon working on McGuckin. And McGuckin overplays Mellon with an opportunity, deflected by, looks like Jake Hendrickson got in front of that one. And here go the Blue Wave with another clear, so Ridgefield unable to convert yet again. And here's Mark McNamara. Loves to be aggressive here, but can't quite do it, as Darien looks to set up their offense.
I thought Mark would do it again, honestly.
Honestly, I hoped he would. It was an electric finish from him last time. As here goes Rupenstein. Now Darien setting up their offense now. They love this dodge from the wing, as here goes Morgan. Switches to his left and puts it away. Morgan Rupenstein.
You know, you just can't give Morgan that open space or else he's going to finish and score. He does that all the time, and I think he is one of the more dynamic finishers in the FCIAC.
And Morgan Rupenstein puts that one away, gets his name on the score sheet for the Blue Wave. And as you were saying there, defender locked off top side, but even if you force him low, you have to ride his hip and push him away from the net. Morgan was given space there, and if you give a player like Rupenstein space, he's going to take that shot and likely put it away. So another goal there for the Blue Wave as the Tigers win another face-off.
Brendan Penn with the win on the face-off. You know, I think if my sheets are not wrong, I have him listed as a midfielder and a Fogo.
Interesting. So Penn been successful off the face-off recently, as here go the Tigers, and breaking free, almost picked up again by another defender there. That was Desmond Corey. And a shot there just off the mark by Jake Carney. Carney with Ridgefield's only goal on the day so far. As here goes Colsey. Colsey working on Bonner. This was the matchup to watch as Bonner strips him, but Colsey regains it. Kyle Colsey working towards his left, shooting and scooped up by Carter Hagan.
It's a great save by Carter. Some are teammates, but I think he really knows his game. So.
And the shot there by Colsey, actually just air traffic controlled out of the air there by Hagan. Hagan had 10 saves in the 7-4 win against Staples just recently. So the Loyola commit stepping in for the Blue Wave on that one. As here goes Barnett working with McCorney in the two-man behind the net. Now Darien loved that two-man game at X last year. They haven't gone to it so much this year, but McCorney and Barnett have had success in that in the past. So let's see if they use that at all, as here goes McBride at X. Max McBride working it to his right hand, and he'll go in off the redodge. Running down the alley, can't quite get a shot off. He'll dish it to Picorni. So here goes Brady Picorni, flips it behind his back to Barnett.
That's a great save.
And a great save there by Dylan Penn, but what was that? Behind the back pass from Picorni to Barnett.
You know, Brady always wants to do a BTB shot or a BTB pass, so I think he always thinks, oh.
And Brady loves those clips, those Instagram clips. Speaking of which, got to shout out your Instagram, Mitch Flicks. You do highlights for the boys teams, and you've done a lot here for this Blue Wave lacrosse team, Mitch. So I gotta shout you on that one.
Appreciate it, Ryan.
So go follow Mitch Flicks on Instagram. It's pretty sick. It's not that good, but you know. And a shot there by Barnett, just wide, and no backup on that one for the Wave, so it will fall into the hands here of the Tigers. So Darien has had time to set up their ride, and it's fooled Ridgefield a couple times. As taking it all himself, looks like Michael Dowd. So he decides that that ride is pretty ineffective just against him.
No, I think you really have to get Colsey going here. You know, nothing's working. Colsey's only got the ball like twice. I think it really has to start moving now.
Colsey, one of the leaders out here for this Ridgefield team. He's had one shot and nothing on the score sheet yet for him, which is a pretty rare occurrence for the Virginia commit. As taking that ball to X looks to be James Halloway. No, that was not James Halloway. That was Levy Kessler. My fault. Looked like a 2 out there. As here goes Colsey. He's got the ball and he looks to dodge against Bonner. Colsey dodges to his right on the alley and puts that one just wide, but he got his hands free and got a pretty good shot off there. 24. So working behind against the shorty Lancaster is Levy Kessler. They love this dodge against the shorty from X, but they haven't been able to get much from it today. Kessler dishes it off. Now it's two shorties at X, and looking for the wraparound was Walker Fiore, but his shot is just wide. So Ridgefield looking for that 2-on-2 at X against shorties. They've got McGuckin and Lancaster down there. As here goes Fiore. Fiore works it up top to Colsey. Let's see what he can do here against the likes of Will Bonner. And
my goodness.
What a shot there by Kyle Colsey.
Stings the corner. My God.
And sting the corner he did there, Michael. Good defense there from Bonner. Bonner was on his hip, but Colsey decided that that didn't matter. and shot it right over his head anyway. Sting that top right corner and gets Ridgefield another point, but just under 5 to go in this second quarter. Only 2 goals on the board here for the Tigers.
You know, hopefully that could spark a little fire in them and get them starting to score more goals.
You were waiting on Colsey all afternoon. He'll finally strike. As that 50-50 ball scooped up by the Tigers.
Here goes his ride.
And dodging Barnett was Dylan Penn. Barnett came in flying, but Penn able to avoid him as here goes McCorney. Tries to put it behind his back, but ooh, that ball knocked away, and a big hit there delivered by Barnett.
Gotta get a touch here.
Exactly, Darien needing a touch in the box.
Great call by Braymeyer.
And Braymeyer will take the timeout. So, with 3:43 to go in the half, Darien leading 7-2. Now, if you're Ridgefield here, Michael, I'll keep asking the question, what is happening in that huddle? What do you think they're saying?
You know, I think they really need to get their rides going, or, yeah, just clearing the ball better, because they really haven't had a good clear at all yet. The defense needs to step up a little bit more. You know, the scoreboard says it a lot, 7-2. You know, 5-goal deficit. I think if Darien goes up by another 2 goals, this game could be maybe over.
Yeah, and then not much going right so far for the Tigers. Like you said, trailing 5. And I do agree with you on that clearing aspect. A good clear can get you transition opportunities, which Darien has been able to take advantage of so far, and the Tigers just have not really been able to make anything of that. As for their possession offense, they love that dodge against the short stick, but it just has not been generating so much as of yet. So let's see if the coaches can cook up anything a little different. See if they can get this Darien defense in a more kind of chaotic state, because so far they've been able to deflect mostly everything Ridgefield's been throwing at them. So off the Darien timeout, Brady McCorney will control the ball here near the 30. So Porter Barnett works it through X. Up top, and here's McCorney all the way up top near the 50, coming down to his left hand, but defended well and deflecting the pass. Great stick in the way. Give credit to Michael Dowd. Whew. And another hard ride here from the Blue Wave, and here goes McGuckin streaming down the field just wide. So off the strip by Wes Scallon, Darien is gifted another possession.
Get down, Michael. Michael, get down.
And that ride has just been lethal so far for the Tigers. Doing a good job of getting that ball, but just can't quite get it past that 50. And here's McBride off the wing dodge. He's got Lancaster, but he decides to take it himself, and blocked there by Dylan Penn.
Oh, my.
And a long pass from Penn was just out of reach
You got
there.
Porter wide open on the crease.
They do, and there it's the pass, but recognized quickly by Jack Schoner. So they did have Barnett there, and the Tigers got away with that one a little bit, as yet again they're unable to clear it.
Gotta get a touch here.
Exactly, so a touch in the box always necessary whenever you get that ball on offense. Has to do with the high school rules, so you have a certain amount of time to, once you get possession of the ball, to touch it in that offensive box, and then you are able to maintain it for however long you please. As there's McBride on the shot, backed up by McCorney.
Too high, G-Money. Higher.
Whoa.
Higher.
was a turnover.
And a dangerous pass there by Picorni, but fielded by Lancaster as here he goes to his right, looks for McGuckin on the switch, and McGuckin off the crossbar. So there goes that Darien wing dodge. They love to dodge from the wing. If they get topside, the guy that's already topside slides under, as McGuckin did, and I bet you 9 times out of 10 the defenseman does not follow him. So McGuckin on the free shot, and it just ricochets off the crossbar. And Ridgefield coaches yelling at their team to relax, calm it down. The defense has just been under a significant amount of pressure, and we want to make sure we're getting some good shots off. As working on the offense here, that's Corey, Desmond Corey.
You know, we have yet to see a penalty here in the game yet. Hope I'm not jinxing it, but
yeah, an interesting point there. Not something you usually see from both of these teams. They love to play hard and aggressive, and the refs have been letting them do so far.
Bonner locking off Colsey.
Right you are, yes, Bonner is locking off Colsey, and Ridgefield unable to answer for it yet, as that shot deflected, shot there by Desmond Corey, working on the shorty. So just 17 seconds to go in this first half, and Ridgefield looking to push it with Colsey. Colsey working towards his left, rolls back. He's rolling towards the middle, but loses control of it. And scooping it up and shooting was Desmond Corey, but that shot deflected also. So a stand-up effort there from the Darien defense to quench that fire, and 7-2 your score going into half. So right before we go on break here, Michael, it's been an interesting first half, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. I think Darien doesn't need to let off the gas pedal. I think they just go all gas, no brakes. Ridgefield needs to find an answer. They can't just keep letting up these goals, or else this game might be over in a couple minutes.
Yeah, we'll see what each team has in the back of their playbook. It's been all Darien so far, but we'll see if Ridgefield has an answer. Stay with us here on DAF Media. We're going to take a quick break here for halftime, but we'll be back.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.
The Darien Foundation was founded in 1998 by Richard and Maureen Chilton, and the thesis behind that founding was to bring technology to the Darien public school systems. And that launched us, and that got us going, and through technology and capital project initiatives, we've now funded over $5.5 million over the last 24 years to build a better Darien.
Our board really likes to get involved and assist the partners that we collaborate with, whether it's a grant for a youth project or a grant from a community service, schools, the police. Often they come to us with ideas that we help them bring to fruition.
The Darien Foundation recently awarded the Darien Police Department 2 grants. One was for laser shot and the other for Faro technology. Laser shot technology is based on decision making. It may come down to using their firearm, but in reality, we would like them to talk the situation down where you use less lethal force, and this program allows us to do that.
Police, drop the gun!
Faro technology gives us a 360-degree view, catching all the points we need to catch in our accident scene. It also takes a lot less time. This allows us to open up roads, get traffic flowing a lot quicker than we ever used to be able to. We can also map the inside of buildings. We can use it at outdoor crime scenes, indoor crime scenes. It's really used for a plethora of investigations. It's a tool that most other departments may not have their hands on just yet, and thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have that technology.
At Home in Darien is a nonprofit organization that helps senior citizens to remain living independently in their home and in the community. We provide important services to help them do so, such as transportation. Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
From all standpoints, this is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide, both in terms of safety and comfort. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
Post 53 is the town's ambulance service. We respond to over 1,600 emergency calls a year. We're a vital service that has been here for 51 years. The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. You don't know how important an ambulance is until you actually need it. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared, to be well-trained and well-staffed, to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whenever you need it.
The Darien Foundation is really excited to be able to launch a new program for the Darien schools, which will benefit students K through 12 in all 7 schools. This is the new robotics program, which will be an extracurricular opportunity for students to build robots, compete against other leagues, and collaborate together.
Our robotics program is going to benefit students in so many ways. In regular classes, students are always looking for the right answer, that there's only one way to answer something. Robotics is completely different. In robotics, you learn that there are multiple solutions to every problem. You learn that you have these obstacles that you have to overcome. You have to really be a creative problem solver. And most importantly, you need to persevere.
Early on in the process, the Darien Foundation reached out to administration and the offer to provide funding for a project, and it just dovetailed beautifully to the goals of the strategic plan. I look forward to continue to work closely with the Darien Foundation, both on this project and other projects down the line.
We welcome ideas for possible grants. We'd like to do grants that promote and strengthen our community. Sometimes it's from an organization, sometimes it's from our emergency service partners, or it's from the Darien Public Schools. One of our most popular grants, which was the Playground by the Sound, came to us from 4 Darien moms who said, let's get together and figure out how to build this.
Thanks to the generosity of our board members and officers, every dollar you give to the Darien Foundation goes directly to the grants that we're supporting. I invite all of you to help us move our community further and support the Darien Foundation.
And we are halfway through this FCIAC matchup, and weather conditions have not improved that much. It is cold, windy, rainy, and pretty empty here at Darien Field. If you're just joining us, or if you've joined us somewhat recently, my name's Ryan Dahlquist. Alongside me, Michael McCormick, bringing you the action today in this much anticipated matchup here between the Ridgefield Tigers and the Darien Blue Wave. Now 7-2 your score as halftime starts to tick down. We've got just over 2 minutes to go, and me and Michael were talking a little bit during halftime about what each team needs to focus on going into this one. So Michael, I'll let you start. How about with the Darien side?
You know, Darien's been doing perfect all day. I just think you really need your defense to start locking up a little bit more. No more goals maybe after this. But, you know, I think their offense has been playing great. The Ride's been doing amazing, causing a lot of turnovers to Ridgefield. So, yeah.
Yeah, and 0 goals. Of course, the goal here for the Darien defense. But one thing I must say, you've got to watch out for a change in tactics here from Ridgefield. They've been doing a similar thing here on attack as of late. They love to focus dodging against the short stick, and it just hasn't gotten them that far. So if you're Ridgefield, I'd expect a change in tactics maybe, and if you're Darien, certainly be ready for that. Now, for the Ridgefield side, you're trailing what, 5? 5, I think,
yeah.
Right? I could do that math. See, count on my fingers a little bit. And you are trailing 5, so it is go time. You got to find something that works. Find a little weakness in this Darien defense, which must be pretty hard to find. But once you do, you target it.
You know, I'm just looking at the defensive side for Darien. Looks like Ridgefield has 2 new attackers. Looks like both Colseys are on the bench now.
And an interesting move there. Kyle Colsey, not so loud so far, but he had a pretty stellar goal, and that's half of Ridgefield's goals so far. So he did somewhat his part as Ridgefield wins another face-off. Darien struggled with that all year, and today is, unfortunately for the Wave, no different. So bringing it to X, looking to target that shorty, is Desmond Corey. He's working against Olvany. And they'll look for the 2-man at X. Now off that dodge, that was Levi Kessler, and he and Corey trying to isolate these shorties and see if they can get anything past them. Corey working against Olvany, gets his hands open for a shot, but just off the bar. So clearing it now is Bonner. And they'll get a touch in the box. So not the end result of that possession you're looking for Ridgefield, but a good high-quality shot there from Corey, which is something Ridgefield hasn't seen much of so far in this one. And they'll dodge it with Rupenstein. Rupenstein dodges to his left. He has a goal off that shot, and he'll find Barnett in front.
You know, that's just a great dodge from Morgan, finding Barnett on the crease. You know, that's been working all day. I just think Ridgefield defense hasn't been satisfied with what they're doing so far.
And if you're Ridgefield, you have to be careful of those back cuts. Guys like Barnett know exactly where their defenseman's looking at all times, and Barnett's able to just slip behind from X and get himself in a scoring position. So all Rupenstein had to do was just dish it to his teammate, and Barnett puts another easy one away. So 8-2 your score now in favor of the Wave, and this third quarter looks to be in line, I guess, with the first half of this game. So a face-off win for the Tigers. Controlling up top is Gamelin. So Gamelin and Corey are the 2 Ridgefield attackers guarded by short sticks. So kind of the focal point here of Ridgefield's attack. As here goes Gamelin working against Lancaster. Can't make anything of it. Works it over to Corey. And Corey will look up top, back. And a shot and a goal there from Gamelin.
That's a great shot. It's wide open up top. I think Lancaster lost him somewhere in that scrum. You know, they were stacking right there. I think they were trying to set picks, try to get a man open up top and score, and that's what they did.
Certainly did there. So the goal from Gamelin brings Ridgefield up to 3. And take a look at that tactic there from the Tigers. They crowded that middle, and as you said, just generated some chaos there on the Blue Wave defense. So Lancaster gets a little bit wrapped up in the center, and Gamelin is able to get his hands free for a step-down shot, puts it away. So a face-off win there, but tripped up. No call from the referees as of yet, and yeah, there's the call. I guess we were all expecting that one. So Ridgefield will retain possession off the trip. So it looks as though they're still looking to push, mainly through Corey and Gamelin.
You know, I think if Ridgefield scores here, this could be a little bit of a spark for them.
And here goes Desmond Corey to his right, dodging down the alley. Finds his way back to his left and puts it away. Desmond Corey, and he gets his Tigers another one. So 2 unanswered goals here for Ridgefield in a very low amount of time.
You know, I think Ridgefield's bench is getting back into it. I think they've really had the momentum right now, honestly. If I'm Ridgefield, I think we have all the momentum. I think they're going to keep pushing.
Yeah, certainly looking to keep pushing here are the Tigers, and they love that short stick dodge, and they're able to get it on that one through Corey. So 8-4 now, your score with just under 9 to go in the third. As another win here from the Tigers gives them possession.
You know, Penn's been dominating the face-off X so far. I mean, there's only been at least, I think, a couple that he's lost.
Yeah, it seemed somewhat back and forth back in the first quarter, but since then it's been all Ridgefield on that face-off X. And that's been big for them so far, able to maintain this possession here with their offense. So at X controlling is Brandon Gamelin.
Going to look for cuts here.
And they've got 2 shorties at X working against them. Levi Kessler on the shot, saved by Hagan. And jumped by McNamara. He'll draw the first flag of the matchup.
Don't know how that stayed in his stick. It looks like Mark right on it.
Yeah, Mark certainly collapsed on that one, and when a guy like McNamara collapses on it, it's usually either a penalty or a loose ball. So, a penalty-free play here for the Tigers. They'll look to push. And here's Liam Christon. Christon works it to Kessler. Kessler up top. Here's Gamelin. And that's Fiore on the righty dodge, slid, and somehow holds on to that one. Back with Kessler. Kessler working against McGuckin, finds his way in front, but McGuckin on the trail check, and we will see our first man up of the afternoon in favor of the Tigers.
Here come the Colsey brothers back on the field. It looks like they really want to score here.
Yeah, and a goal needed here for Ridgefield, trailing 4 with just about 7 to go in the third. Looking to turn that momentum around. It's been all Darien so far, but 2 unanswered here for the Tigers, looking to make it 3. And the ball will start with Kyle Colsey on the wing.
It's the face-off for Ridgefield on the man up. Number 4, Brendan Penn. Looks like a 2-way. Looks like they're locking off Colsey at X.
That is right. They are electing to play a 5-on-4 here as the Darien defense. And Kessler will take it to X. They're looking to move this ball fast. Ridgefield working it around. Nothing so far, as Darien's been airtight. And There they go. Christopher Colsey,
The freshman.
the freshman. And now both Colsey brothers are on the score sheet.
You know, all momentum is with Ridgefield right now. There's really nothing the defense could do there. They're electing to play a 4-on-5, as you said, locking off Colsey at X. Colsey just said, all right, I'm just going to stay here then, and he let his brother do the rest.
Yeah, Colsey electing to get out of the way. That's Kyle Colsey, and they left Christopher on the wing, and Ridgefield elected to stay patient on that one. They moved that ball around and found an opportunity, and Christopher Colsey, the freshman, not afraid to take that shot. A low angle on that one, and Ridgefield now with a 3-0 scoring run.
Another win.
Another face-off win there for the Tigers indeed, as Penn will control it to himself.
You know, face-offs for Darien. Ever since losing Leo Bargal last year, you know, he was a pretty good face-off. You have 2 face-off guys this year. Missing 1 senior this year due to a concussion, but hopefully he'll be back soon. But so far, the face-off's been not so great.
Yeah, it's really been hurting Darien in this one. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Michael, I don't think they've had a possession so far in this half.
Yeah, I think they haven't. I think it's all been Ridgefield.
And working it around the back, looking for a shot there, was Liam Kristen. And that one will go wide. Looks like it was knocked wide by the likes of Stephen Olvani on the defense. So a clear here for the Blue Wave would mean their first possession of the half.
It's a great job by Mark there.
And Mark McNamara finds his way across the field, decides to work it up himself. The long pole, McNamara has a goal on the day for Darien and a missed pass. And there's a fast break opportunity. Kyle Colsey streaming
Great
down.
save
and
from Hagan.
Saved by Carter Hagan.
Got a fast break here.
Carter Hagan makes his presence known, saving a fast break shot from Kyle Colsey.
You know, it looked like Hagan wasn't fully in his crease yet. Looked like he was up by like the 30-yard line at the time. So he had to run back and was somewhat out of his crease, and Colsey elected to shoot it and was stopped by Hagan.
Now, I think that would have been the best save of the game so far if it weren't for Dylan Penn's throwing his stick in front of the net.
That was a great save earlier.
That was a pretty good one, as there's in front of the net scoring Luke Caesar.
That was a great pass from Elliott. Elliott looked like he was going to shoot it, but it looked like he passed it. Well, he did pass it, but it looked like he was going to shoot it, but Elliott passed it instead and found Luke Caesar wide open on the crease, the senior.
And Luke Caesar sneaking his way on the crease indeed. And that's been Darien's, that's been part of their playbook so far tonight. They love that alley dodge, looking for an opportunity on the crease. They've had Barnett, they've had Picorni, and now Caesar gets his name on the score sheet. So 9-5, your score, with just about 4.5 to go.
You got Ron Levine, the LSM, taking faceoffs now.
So Darien elects to pull the face off, but it'll still remain here with Ridgefield. Just kidding. Mark McNamara picks it off. Looks like he took a little slash there from the Tigers. I think he got hit in the knee, but he'll walk it off. And what they're trying to do with that pulled face off here, Michael, they want to force that ground ball. They don't want to let Penn just run with it. As here goes McGuckin on the shot. Just misses that top corner, but they're looking to force those ground balls and make it more of a 50-50 battle versus Ridgefield's just straight domination of the face-off X in this second half. So here goes Rupenstein now. He's streaming down the alley, looking for his left, and just off the mark. So they elect not to slide for Rupenstein on that one. He had a wide open shot, and he scored one of those in this game. I don't know if that was miscommunication by the Tigers or if they made that decision consciously, but here goes Picorni off the right-handed shot and saved by Dylan Penn.
You know, Brady, natural lefty, elected to shoot it with his right hand there. Actually, last year, to knock off the #1 team against Brunswick last year, the last second shot, which was a great moment for the team last year. It was just, you know, it really boosted their momentum.
Yeah, that win last year against Brunswick with Bucorian, it was like a 20-yard shot. And you don't see him shoot with his right hand that much.
No, not really.
He really loves his left. He plays more of a kind of Canadian style, one could say, but he goes for his right on that one. As here's Brandon Gamelin working against Olveni, the short stick. Gamelin gets him hung up, works it up top. Kyle Colsey. He's triple teamed.
It's a great stick in the way.
And a great stick by Hendrickson, but a 50-50 ground ball forced. And it's a scrum there in the Darien defensive zone.
Darien really wants a trip there.
Yeah, Darien wanted a call there. I think a loose ball push would have sufficed for the Blue Wave, but they won't get it. As here goes Kyle Colsey and
what
stripped.
a defensive play by Bonner.
And cheers from the Darien sideline as Bonner gets his stick in the way of that one.
No, Bonner has been really having a day here.
The senior Will Bonner, the LSM, working against Colsey as a shot there from Christopher Colsey is saved by Hagen. So the Colseys relatively quiet so far, a goal for each of them. As here goes McGuckin. McGuckin works it to his right, shot and a goal!
It's a great shot by McGuckin on the run. Far left post. That's what he does.
And a goal there from the senior captain, Briggs McGuckin. And he's just the leader of those down the alley traditional dodges. He loves to dodge to his right hand down the alley, and he's able to put it away on the hip of Dylan Penn. That's exactly where you want to shoot it from that position. So 10-5 now in favor of the Wave with just about 1:30 to go in this third quarter of play. And another face-off win there for the Tigers. And here's Brandon Penn. Now, most Fogos try and get that ball out of their stick as soon as possible, but Penn, confident in his abilities, he likes to carry that thing all the way to X and making sure that it gets safely in the stick of one of his teammates. So here's Kessler working against Lancaster. Lancaster giving him a few wake-up checks just to let him know he's there. And Kessler can't make much of it. Up top now to Gamelin. Gamelin working on Rupenstein. Now they've been the focal point so far of this Ridgefield attack. Working against the short sticks. Here's Gamelin working his way towards the front, and he'll put it away.
No, I think that was an inch away from not going in. That looked like it was a little high bouncer, and it just dropped right in the top left corner.
And a shot there from Gamelin. He was pretty close to the crease, too, so he gets away with that one, but a great play there by Gamelin. Gets himself around Rupenstein, and no help from the Blue Wave defense, so Gamelin able to walk up uncontested and puts it away past Hagen. So just over 30 to go in this third quarter, and Ridgefield have gone up 4 in this quarter. It was 7-2, now it's 10-6, still in favor of the Wave. So now it's Fiore working against Lancaster.
You know, both Colsey and Fiore both have an orange hat, and it confuses me.
And a timeout, it seems, called here by the Tigers with just about 15 seconds to go in this third quarter. So let's see what they can do. Maybe they'll put in a special little play or something, cook something up. But certainly an interesting quarter here, Michael. And Ridgefield gnawing their way back into this one.
Yeah, I think they really got their way back into this game. It was a 5-goal deficit, but now it's only 4, which It was actually 3 at one point. But, you know, I think they really need to keep this momentum going, and, you know, they could really keep this game close if they really just keep going.
Yeah, and Ridgefield started this third quarter with just 2 points on that scoreboard. They've increased that up to 6, so 10-6 your score, and it's been pretty Ridgefield heavy in this quarter, I must say. It's gone back and forth, but those face-off wins give the Tigers a lot of possession time, and they've been able to make something of it. Now, they love pushing against those short sticks by the likes of Gamelin, Corey, and Fiore, and it's had some success for them so far, so no change in tactics here from Ridgefield. Let's see what the Darien defense has to counter against it.
You know, I really haven't seen Darien touch the ball as much. I think Ridgefield definitely has the time possession on their side of this quarter. Hopefully that will change the Darien side, but, you know, I hope it stays a great game.
Certainly hope it does, as both teams now make their way back onto the field. So Kyle Colsey will start the ball for the Tigers now in that faraway corner. He'll dodge against Bonner, but can't make anything of it. And a missed pass there from Ridgefield mean that Darien has about 4 seconds to push it. So Lane will sling it downfield, and it's somewhat near the net, but not quite. And there goes all the time we have for this third quarter. So we're going to take a brief break here at DAF. Don't go anywhere, because we've got a fourth quarter of some high-level FCIAC lacrosse coming right up for you.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.
So the teams will make their way back to the field for this fourth quarter of regulation. Now, if you've just recently joined us, my name's Ryan Dahlquist. Alongside me, Michael McCormick, bringing you the action today from Darien Stadium Field. And, well, it's a cloudy one, but it's brightened up a little bit since the start. I think it stopped raining, which is just pretty awesome.
Yeah, you know, the sun's coming out a little bit here.
The sun is kind of coming out, which is sweet, because the end of this game hopefully would be pretty fun.
And the girls are right after this. I hope they have some sun. Hopefully it doesn't rain, because I'm supposed to be actually taking photos after this, so I hope I don't get rained on.
Yeah, hopefully. So, lining up for the face-off now, and it's been all Ridgefield on the X so far, and
it stays Ridgefield.
It'll stay Ridgefield with Brandon Penn. So that face-off has just been all Ridgefield all game, and it's been a struggle for Darien on the season. So here goes Desmond Corey, and they've pushed the short sticks all game long. Doesn't look like they're going to change it now, as Corey takes Olveni to X. So both short sticks at X here for the Blue Wave. as Ovani will hold on, and they're looking for that two-man at X here for Ridgefield. Looking up top, shooting is Fiore, but saved by Hagan.
That was a really great save by Hagan.
Hagan laying out on the ground for that one. And Darien with an offensive possession now. So credit there to Carter Hagan, the Loyola commit, for laying out for that save. So Darien playing patient, as up top near the 50 is Brady Bacorny, the attackman, and dodging now to his right is Rupenstein. Rupenstein wanted the shot, instead dishes it off, but just unable to finish. That was Wes Scallon.
Looked like it went off the post there, unless maybe it got saved. Can't really see from here.
And a interception there from McGuckin, and he'll take it to X. So Darien's been loving that dodge from up top, passing to an attackman on the crease. And if you're Ridgefield, you can't have that happen. You got to lock that down, because those back cuts from these Darien attackmen have been lethal so far. So here's Bacorny working on the two-man with Rupenstein. Bacorny looking to dodge. He's working against Dowd, Michael Dowd. All the way over to Scallon, and Scallon shooting and just off the mark. So a heads-up play there from Bacorny. Decides to switch the field. And Scallon's shot just wide, backed up by Barnett. So here's McGuckin at X with a short stick. That's Andrew Griffin for the Tigers. Now he'll work with Bacorny. Bacorny dodges to his right and works on the shovel shot. Saved by Dylan Penn. So the shot there by Bacorny probably would have made the highlight reel if it weren't for Penn. So here goes Corey. Desmond Corey dishes it off to Gmelin.
No, I think this has to be the possession here where you have to score. It's either you have to score here, or if you don't score here, this game could possibly be over.
10-6 your score, just a 4-goal deficit in favor of the Wave, and a shot just wide. That was Jake Carney.
I think he really thought he had that one. He had the goalie beat and everything.
Yeah, Carney able to scoop that one up just in front, but can't quite get it on net. And here goes Christopher Colsey, the freshman, working against Lancaster. And they'll switch off. Elliott now working against Desmond Corey, as he has all game. So here's Corey. Works to his left, back to his right off the slide. Dodging now is Brandon Gmelin. Gmelin looking for the roll, can't make anything of it. And a shot there from Christopher Colsey, scooped up by Hagan. So a failed possession there from the Tigers with just over 7 to go, and ball is securely in the hands of the Blue Wave.
No, I think for Darien, you really have to take your time here. And there's no reason to rush anything here. Yeah.
A lot of experience out here on this Darien team. They've got, looks like 4 seniors out of the 6 offensive players now. So
2 sophomores too.
And 2 sophomores, so some young guys also, but yeah, a lot of patience out here on this field as Elliott Lancaster is just walking with it up near the 50. We'll throw it up to McGuckin, and McGuckin in no rush. Here's Briggs McGuckin dodging to his right. And there's Scallon. Scallon to McBride. McBride wants a pick, but can't quite get one from his teammate. So a patient offense here from the Blue Wave. As McGuckin will take it to X. And heavy pressure there from Ethan Serby. McGuckin's pushed towards the middle, shot and saved by Dylan Penn.
It's a good save.
So it's a good save by Penn, but now it's time to clear.
It's been a problem for them all day.
It certainly has, but it looks as though it'll work out for him this time. So Gmelin controlling the ball with the Tigers on their offensive section.
I think if you're Ridgefield here, you really got to go. I mean, you can't keep killing time here. Only 5 minutes left.
Certainly is go time here for the Tigers as they trail by 4 with just 5 to go. So here's Gmelin. He's had success here, and guarding him is Scallon. Off the switch now. He's still got a shorty, but he can't make quite anything of it. Dodging now is Kessler.
Here comes Colsey on the field.
Kyle Colsey will make his entrance.
Late switch here by Stephen Olvani and Will Bonner.
Stephen Olvani definitely. And that one sent through the uprights. The kick is good.
Hit some cars too.
From Kyle Colsey. Good thing I didn't park there. Heads up play by me. I'm going to give myself credit. But, yeah, shot there from Colsey. Deflected by Bonner. He's been doing a good job of standing up to him all night. Let's see what Colsey can do here, though. Colsey off the double. Shovel pass inside.
Great save.
And a save by Hagan. A great save indeed. Corey had an open shot, but Hagan got in the way of it. And Stephen Olvani will take the hit and give the ball to his offense, so credit to him on that clear. As Darien finds itself in another stall situation with just under 4 to go. So pressuring out now is Serby. And Lancaster has a lane. He'll take the shot, and it'll be deflected by Dylan Penn. Give credit to Penn. He's certainly been good today. An onslaught of Darien shots so far. So they're taking
Looks
10
like they're
out of
doubling the
net.
ball here.
They are, as McBride running around top side. No one can keep up with him. And he'll decide to take that ball up near half line. Pressure given by Ethan Serby. So McBride will just hold it here. And knocking it loose was Serby. It's a ground ball and picked up by Dylan Penn.
Here comes his ride.
And here comes the Darien ride, but the Tigers seem to have beat it as Fiore manages to maintain possession here at the top of the key. Fiore taking it all himself just over the net. So Christopher Colsey on the backup, and with just about 2.5 on the clock, it's go time here for the Tigers. So Liam Kristen on the dodge, working against Rupenstein. Kristen on the redodge from X, wrapping around, shot just wide. Backed up by Carney. So Jake Carney with 2:15 on the clock. Dodging towards the net, looking for a shot is Carney, but knocked out of his stick. Possession retained by Colsey. He's got Carney inside, but can't quite connect on the pass.
Here goes Briggs.
So
Just slowed down.
McGuckin will run in, get the touch here for Darien, and
here comes this double on the ball again.
Now he's been doubled at X. He needs help there, and getting de-twigged there is McGuckin. Now it's a 50-50 ground ball, scooped up by Penn.
Oh.
Dylan Penn on the trick move there. Some moves there from Penn, put him on the attack. So here goes Ridgefield. 1:30 to go. They need 4. If they pull this off, Michael, this would be the most incredible thing ever.
I'd be shocked.
I would be pretty awesome. So here's Colsey at X. And this has been the matchup to watch all day. Him and Bonner. And a shovel shot from Colsey just off the mark.
Try to do a backhand.
Trying to do a little backhand there against Bonner, but it'll just be wide of the net. So here's Corney. And that pass towards the middle, deflected up in the air, shot from Corney, save by Carter Hagan.
Hagan's been on fire all day.
Hagan has indeed been on fire, keeping his team way ahead with not very much time to go, 49 seconds left.
Offsides on Darien.
And an offsides call against Darien means that that ball will go back to the Tigers, but not much time to do anything here.
I mean, if you get 3 goals here, I'd be shocked.
Be pretty sweet, but that shot there scooped up by Hagan, and Darien looking to just run this clock out as McNamara slings that one downfield. So 20 seconds to go, and possession is with the Tigers. They'll shoot it downfield, but can't quite connect on the pass. So 15 to go. Now it's not over till it's over here, Michael, but let's just say it's not looking too good for the Tigers.
I say they have like a 0.1% chance of winning right now, but
that would be pretty sweet. But here's Picorni, and tough pressure dealt by Michael Dowd. And there it is, folks, the end of regulation here at Darien Stadium Field. So your final score, 10-6 in favor of the Blue Wave. Now, it's been a back and forth match, but the Blue Wave able to keep themselves ahead in this one.
You know, this was a great win from Darien today. Everything was clicking for them. Defense, offense, everything. You know, I think they will have a lot of momentum going into St. Anthony's on Saturday.
And a big matchup against St. A's coming up, but certainly a big win here for the Blue Wave. And for Ridgefield, a good game played. They were able to come back there in the third quarter, but just can't quite finish it out against a team like Darien. So it's been a pleasure announcing this one for you. I've been Ryan Dahlquist, alongside me Michael McCormick, and we're happy to have you here on DAF Media. Be sure to tune into Darien St. Anthony's coming up. So for everyone watching, hope you stay inside in this crappy weather and have a great afternoon. I've been Ryan Dahlquist. Stay classy, Darien.
Hey, a win's a win, man. Win is a win. Has the rubber been moved back? Oh, right, okay. Okay. Hey, Mike. How you doing? All right, how about you?